Let me ask you, have you heard of Fairy Tale? You know, the hit classic that ran from 2006 to 2017 and had 72 million copies worldwide and had a spin-off series? Well, what if I told you that wasn't the mangaka's best work? Let's dive into episode 9 of Manga with Josh. The title of this episode is Rave Master, the shonen hit Time Forgot. What is Rave Master? Well, it's the first series of Hiro Mashima, who did Fairy Tale and Eden Zero, and a couple other things, but those are his main three works. You might know it by the TV show name Rave, the Groove Adventure in Japan and US. It came out as an anime back in 2001 to 2002 and it ran on TBS for 51 episodes. Josh, you said this was his best work. In your opinion, of course. But it only had 51 episodes. Just like History's Strongest Disciple Kenichi, this was a time when anime wasn't as big as it is now in the West or East, wherever we are. But the main thing is, but in Japan, they didn't like it either. That's not what happened. Just like with GTO and with History's Strongest Disciple Kenichi and Full Metal Alchemist, they ran the anime while it was still being written. That is the worst thing they can do. You want to know why it's the worst thing they can do? Because they don't get to the ending, which is why we have Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So the manga ran from 1999 to 2005. The anime only gives you 51 episodes. Guess what? They only go to the 12th volume. There's 35 volumes, 296 chapters. It doesn't reach the later arcs or the ending. And it sold 23.5 million copies. So, what is the premise? The premise, simple. World is threatened by a powerful and corrupting force known as the Darkbring. Evil organization, magic stones that amplify human desire and inevitably lead to destruction. So, essentially, it's a stone that gives you magic powers. 5 years earlier, before this, the war nearly wipes out humanity, but it stopped, and the world is saved by the Rave Master. It's a person who wields holy stones called Rave that counteract Darkbring. In the present day, though, the main character is your normal carefree teen named Haru Glory who lives on a remote island with his sister. And he inherits the title of the Rave Master from the old Rave Master who's a older man. And here's the thing, you also get one of the greatest character in all of Hiro's work, and that is Plue. The little shaking dog thing with the cone nose that you've seen Lucy summon in Fairy Tale, that came from here. He's the main character. But he travels with Haru to save the world. They have to gather all the scattered rave stones, which actually transform the sword to different forms. So it's pretty cool. So there's one for speed, there's one that could cut objects that can't be cut, like ghosts, things like that. And he has to destroy the Darkbring, which can save the world. And he also has to uncover the truth behind the war and what happened. It's a great series. Like I said, 296 chapters. You probably didn't even hear about it because nobody really does. Everybody knows him for Fairy Tale or Eden Zero, which honestly hasn't sold that many copies. They haven't publicly released how many copies. It ran from 2018 to 2024, but they made Happy a robot. I can't mess with that. But yeah, no, Rave Master, if you want a early shonen battle manga, there you go. You want to watch the show? I don't feel it holds up like GTO does or History's Strongest Disciple Kenichi, but it's a great read, something most people haven't read, and it's a conversation starter. You can go, hey, do you know what Hiro Mashima's first work was before Fairy Tale? Even though that was his breakout hit, what was his first work? It was Rave Master. And that's basically it for this episode. I want this something short and sweet to give you a little insight on a great anime. of its time, remember. So don't judge it too harshly, but an amazing shonen manga that deserves more readers because it sold 23.5 million copies by the year 2020, but you never heard of it. And that's what we do here on Manga with Josh. I give you stuff that you never heard of because I read so much. And if you enjoy it, stay subscribed because I have more episodes coming. And if you want to take a listen to any of my other podcasts, there are Books by Josh, Audio Immersion, and Tech with Josh, TEK with Josh. The CH was taken. But that's it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.